seen the impact of AI in education, and either negative or positive? This is a purely you know thrown out question, but I've heard comments of how AI is impacting the education space. You being 100% in it, what do you see today of the impact of AI? And again, feel free to talk about the positives and negatives that you see today.
I think this is an area that there is significant impact already, and an area that I think about and worry a little bit. So firstly, the positives, right? I am super excited uh, by access and democratization of information that AI helps with. So AI, coupled with its translation capabilities, I think is already creating access access of information for a very large number of people. I think one of my largest worries continues to be that AI is trained on existing data and is hence majoritarian, right? So that means everything that's happening on the fringe, which is trying to change how we live today or how we operate today, is actually not yet fully developed in AI. So if you ask an AI or tell an AI that a doctor and a nurse eloped together, the AI is going to assume that the doctor is a male and the nurse is female, because that's the kind of data that the AI has been trained on, right? So whether it's gender biases, whether it's caste biases, it's racism, I think a whole lot of that, uh, as an AI, will give us what it has been fed. And it's hard for AI to overcome its biases, which means that unless there is proactive measures and people think about that, hey, what AI is telling us is not always the truth or the best for how do we progress forward. And if education starts adopting AI without thinking a lot about these aspects, we might just uh, reduce the pace of development and human change. Right? So AI could help accelerate the democratization, but reduce the pace at which we do newer things and better things in future. I think one other area that I see a lot of people worry about, and I see it in actually, I presented some of this data, was use of AI for student submissions and examinations. Right. So if, and when you, so the data I was presenting was the usage of ChatGPT graphs or GenAI graphs, and you see a massive drop during vacation times, right, when there is no homework. So students use AI to do their homework. And our education systems aren't designed for figuring out what can the human plus AI combination do. Our assessments, our examinations, what is expected. And we have not yet thought about, hey, how do we change our curricula? How do we think about, hey, what should a young person be able to do with or without AI? So just like with internet, what can young people do? Or with scientific calculators, what young people can do, versus trying to see, oh, what can the young person do alone? And I feel like that's an area that requires significant shift. I don't think enough people are thinking or talking about, hey, how does education change when students have the power of AI? I think most people are still talking about how do we get students to not use AI so that we can assess their capability. I don't think that's a positive approach to using a tool that's on our hands. I feel like those are the two largest areas. I'm happy to talk about more or build up on either of these, Kevin.